Hello. Yes, we are back again. We're still in season 1. It's episode 6, and I am delighted to welcome on board Mr. Ben Hopkins.
Here we go. I'm back, boys. This is my podcast debut. You were just saying I'm excited. Been doing my stretches, warming up in the car. Did a bit of shadow boxing on my way here, getting ready. I'm locked in for this now.
So before I get into all the questioning and everything we need to know about you, I did see something yesterday on one of your social media platforms, and it was could an ordinary person get through two-minute rounds?
Yeah.
What was the conclusion on your feed or from the people? What were they saying?
Do you know what it is? Yeah. So one of my boys, he's got like a car valeting company, Presto Mobile Valeting, yeah, and he he's convinced that he could. He's never boxed in his life, never laced up a pair of gloves. He's convinced that he could do he said three 3-minute rounds. I said, bro, you won't do one. And he was like, nah, trust, like, I can run a 5K, I can do this. I was like, the whole conclusion on the comments, everything, everyone was just going, the people who box were like, no, he's not making it.
Yeah.
Anybody who's never laced up gloves, their ego just gets the better. They're like, nah, if he just runs away, like, people don't realize how tiring.
Of course.
Actually, it's crazy, like, compared to any sports I've ever done. It's the adrenaline. It's like somebody trying to punch you in the face is tiring.
Yeah, 100%. I think your friend that's thinking that it sort of feeds into my comment that I had on one of my first episodes, was that men in general estimate their boxing and fighting ability by 400%.
Oh,
that's
at least. At least. I'd be surprised if it's not more than that. It's like that first sparring session when you go in a boxing gym. That's humbling. I remember coming back from my first sparring session and thinking, yeah, I can't be walking around life like this. Like, I can't walk around knowing there's people out there that can do me that dirty and I can do nothing about it.
Nothing about it. I feel helpless at times.
Honestly.
Okay. So Ben, obviously I had that yesterday, so I thought I'm going to just dive in with that. But tell us about you and your boxing first. So Are you an amateur boxer?
At the moment, yeah.
Okay, at the moment?
Well, I'm being all elusive, you see.
Okay.
I'm being all like, I'm trying to be all mysterious
when
people ask me about it.
So what's your record?
At the moment, I've had either 25 or 26. I've actually lost count at this point. I think I've had 25, won 17.
Okay.
I won 3 regional titles, 2 in the developments, 1 in open class. Fought at the nationals multiple times. I thought, do you know what it is yet? I get so unlucky in the national draws. Every time I've boxed in the nationals, I box the guy who either wins it or goes to the final, and every single time I'm like...
But you get them at the early stage of the...
Yeah, I'll go through to the nationals, I might win my pre-quarter final, and then I'll get to the quarters, and I'm like, oh, you've got the 67-time national champion boxing for England. I'm like, oh, bro, it's a long day.
So you are a bona fide boxer. So why is the TikTok boxer being... That's credibility right there.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. A lot of people don't know that. People think I'm allowed to swear.
Of course you can.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. I don't want to get in trouble. People think I just chat shit. Like, that's just the thing. I sit in my car, I chat shit about boxing. I've been boxing. I started fairly late. Like, I've been boxing 6 years, but in that time, like, I've been active. Like, I started when I was like 15. I had my first fight when I was 16, and then it was COVID. So I had like 2 years off. So then since then, like, in the space of 4 years to have like 26, like nearly 30 fights, I've been boxing as much as I can. But for me, the TikTok, my view of it was, right, like, I know I can box, I know I can fight, but so can everyone. And like, my goal's always been go pro. I wanted to be a pro from the day I stepped in the gym. Like, I never thought, I'm just going to play at it. It was always, I want to go pro. And I thought, I've got to have something different. Like, I've got to be marketable to some extent. Because at the end of the day, like, some of my favorite fighters, I was like Ryan Garcia, like, these people, Ryan Garcia, Conor Benn, all these people, like, they've not won a world title, but they're entertaining. Like, people tune in because they want to see them fight. And I just thought, I've got to have some way of people knowing who I am. Because I've not been boxing since I was 6. I've not been on like the England programs and Team GB and all that. So I'm not going to get pushed by the media and that sort of audience. So whilst I'm working hard, I've got to have something to separate me. And it just took off better than I thought really quickly. So
quick question. If you got Misfits that called you tomorrow and can you come and fight on one of our shows, what are you saying?
I say, show me the money. Nah, I can't like if Misfits called me up and they were like, yo, like, we'll offer you this money, and it's like, let's be real, probably like 5 times what I get for my pro debut.
Yeah.
I spoke to my coach about it, because my coach is like, he watches all my socials. I get terrored in the gym for it. Absolutely terrored. But he's just like, if they offer you a Misfits contract, like, you'd be stupid not to do it. Especially now they've got the pro league and that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I don't think I'd be able to get on the influencer side of it, just because of the fact that I'm an experienced amateur boxer, and a lot of these.
Listen, I work with people quite closely to it, and I like to think they've still got their characters and the character events, but they are looking like the Ty Mitchells of the world.
Yes.
And all that. They are trying to get, good, marketable boxers. And
Pros,
I think,
yeah.
and I think, it'll be, you'd be stupid.
Oh no, yeah, and it definitely, like, if they came to me and they gave me a good offer and it made sense and it was to turn pro, I'd be like, yeah, 100% I'll do it. It's like you say, Ty Mitchell, he just fought Sean Hemphill, didn't he?
Yeah.
He just fought, Sean Hemphill just beat Mark Jeffers, who boxes out of my gym.
Yeah.
So it's like, I remember
it's there. It's in touching distance.
Yeah, it's like now that they're in that sort of like he's world ranked. He's fighting on a Misfits thing, and that I was there at that fight. It was a great fight, to be fair. So it's a weird one. Misfits people, I feel like it's got a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Like, people overlook it. Like, people just think, oh, it's all just influence, but there are like good fighters on there now.
Yeah, I mean, who I've seen, Ty Mitchell was one of them. His engine was obviously brought into question a bit. But what's his name? From Texas.
The American.
Yeah.
Thingy. Is it Anderson?
No. I forgot his name, but he's a really good boxer. I forgot his name. It's gonna bug me. We can't move on till I find it. 1 second, let me think. His name was. He's everywhere as well. He's actually a good boxer. Ginger. He's ginger looking.
Oh, ginger guy.
Yeah. He was Top Cat. No. Fox. Something Fox. G Fox.
Oh, Fox the G.
Fox the G.
Fox the G.
Have you seen him box?
I have seen him box. Yeah.
He can box for influencer boxing.
Yeah,
he can box.
Yeah. Oh no, I bet that.
Yeah,
I bet that.
And
he's my way as well. Yeah. Let's run it.
Yeah.
I have seen
he
him.
He could box, and I think when you got stuff like that, he would probably want someone who can box a bit.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was the same show I think I watched. Was it Modine?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Oh. Did anyone see that? I mean, I thought the announcer got the ring and the ring minutes wrong. He went 5 1-minute rounds. I was like, what?
Days.
I said,
1 minute
he's got that
rounds
wrong.
is crazy.
I said, he's got that wrong, surely.
Bro,
but as the fight started, it went to 59 seconds to go. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God. Yeah.
And that's the part that I think
takes the credibility
when you see
away.
a Ty Mitchell or a Fox or someone like yourself that goes on there, but then you see that and it's like, but like Jordan Banjo said, very, very good on it, is that it's a completely different vehicle for the same sport.
Yeah, it's such an extreme like disparity though between like you say Sean Hemphill and then Modine. Like, how can you put those two on the same promote? Like, it baffles me to some extent. I'm like, but yeah, it's like Fox G. Like, he's had what 2 fights now?
Yeah.
So it's like, he does look like he can box a bit, and he looks like he's got skills, but.
Oh, I can hear.
Right, no, yeah,
I can hear some competitiveness here.
Yeah, no.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Not even competitive.
Listen. Let how you started it. What it is, when someone says what it is, that means you've got something coming that you're gonna say that he's all right, but he's not really fought a boxer.
Anyone who watches me on TikTok or Insta, I'll say that shit how it is, bro. He's had 2 fights. Yeah, he looks cold, but who is he boxing? Right,
here we go.
You put him in with an experienced amateur boxer, me, right? You put him in with an experienced amateur boxer, I'll take his head clean off his shoulders.
Right, we need to get that cut, edited, send to Misfits, Sounderland Brothers.
Easy.
Let them know, let KSI know that we've got a really good potential bout here.
But that's what I mean. It's like you can put people in with these people, but when it's the level of competition, everybody looks good boxing people who can't box.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. So on this boxing part, granted, he's not fought probably anyone.
Yes.
Actually, no. Who is the last guy was good, no? Wasn't it? The guy that was supposed to beat him and knock him out, but he actually outboxed him. Was it an Asian guy last fought?
He fought Waleed. Was it Waleed Sharks?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, he actually does look all right. He genuinely does look. I've watched his fight because he fought Dean the Great.
Yeah, that's correct.
Dean the Great can box.
Yeah.
I won't take any credibility away from. I actually think he's cold. He's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he fought that Waleed Sharks. But
And
again,
he was supposed to, everyone thought he was going to get ironed out.
yeah, but
Let's
that's
be
just
honest.
because he had the competitive fights against Dean the Great. But
You're not giving no credit. He's not giving no credit. You're not giving no credit. He literally fought someone who was supposed to come in there, and I actually thought, oh, he's going to get done.
yeah,
But he actually
the other guy was a
boxed
better boxer. I think Waleed was a better boxer than him. He just got chinned like that. But this is the thing. It's like Waleed Sharks. He's had a few amateur fights actually. I think, hasn't he? I try and stay as up to date with
I
it
know
as I can.
you're trying to find the angle, but I think we can make this fight happen. I think, but
Yes.
just going back on, he's had 2 fights.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got more experience.
Yes.
You've been in leisure centres, town halls, churches, wherever
Yes.
you've had to fight. Granted.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be too egotistical on your answer on this one, but
Okay.
under those lights,
try.
under those lights that
Yeah.
he's been under,
Yeah.
so he's experienced
Of
those.
course. Of course.
Do you think that will play not a major
Nah,
factor?
I'm made for that shit. I'm made for that shit. 100%. I've got no doubt about that at all.
Yeah.
100%. That's when I'm there at these small hall amateur events. All I'm thinking is, wait, I'll thrive under that pressure. I know I will. 100%. I've always.
I agree. I had the same mindset. I love the spotlight in terms of
Yeah.
the fighting part. So yeah, I can get that. But I just think because of
It definitely play a factor though. 100%.
only because not in too much of a negative, but more of a like you're gonna want to fucking show that you're the
Yes.
better boxer and everything else, and the environment that it's a different environment as well. You got fucking. Let's be honest. You got some people that haven't got a clue about boxing.
Yes.
And it's like they'd look at him as the guy.
Yeah.
They'd be like, okay, amateur boxer coming
Yes.
in. And there's a lot of factors. I think people can sit there and they
It
can
sells.
always, 100%.
Yeah,
it
it
definitely
does.
sells. And it's like, people sit there and critique a lot of the boxers that go on there, rightfully so sometimes. But also, like under those lights, there's professional boxers that can't perform under the lights.
Yeah. 100%.
So now we're always looking at these people that have never boxed and saying, oh, they're doing this. So really quickly, so we can move on. What happens when you fight Fox G?
I'd stop him comfortably. What weight?
We
If we're talking 8-ounce gloves, give me 3 rounds max.
free freeze,
No, 3 rounds. He stopped in 8-ounce.
3-minute
gloves.
rounds.
Yeah, 3s. Ideally, yeah. I'm an elite amateur boxer. I'm not here for 2s. We're not here for 2-minute rounds.
Okay.
We ride that off.
Anyone
We ride
else?
that off.
Anyone else?
Any of them, bro. Give me anyone at my. I seen what's his name, Mams. I seen because I went. I've been doing a bit of work for The Zone.
Yeah.
And I got invited to go to the Darren Till and Luke Rockcole thing. So I was there like in the media week, and then I was ringside for the fight as well. And I seen Mams.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm gonna have to like take my opportunity here. So I went up to him and I was just like, I'm just letting you know. I would basically just introduce myself, let him know who I was, showed him my socials, and I was just saying like, give me anyone on your books at welterweight, and I will knock them out in 3 rounds clean. And he was just a bit like,
Probably hears all the time though, right?
yeah, he does. That's what I was thinking. I know he hears that all the time, but I've just got to, like I say, TikTok's nice of me on the For You page at the moment. Hopefully I keep popping up and you can't get rid of me.
Yeah.
But
Okay. But obviously, I brought up Fox G, which is someone that I just thought box. But is there anyone But is there anyone that you could sell to the people that you'd fight that person and beat them and stop them? Anyone
yeah,
that
let's
comes
like
to mind?
who's at my weight on what? Jarvis, Ben Williams, any of those guys, any of them. Jarvis, Ben Williams, Fox G. Anyone at my weight, I would happily take a fight against on 2 weeks' notice. I'm never out the gym. I'm always ready to fight.
I love it. This is what we like.
100%.
This is what we like. Okay, so
100%.
that's the boxing,
Yes.
which we'll come back to. I'm sure
Okay.
at some point we'll fill it back in. Talking about this car situation, what made you sit in a car and just start making videos?
Do you know what it was? It's right. So I do still work there. Hopefully, even if my manager's watching, he knows I'm not planning on staying. So hopefully soon I won't be there long. But I work at Greg's.
Okay.
And I was like, right, I've got to do.
Is that you shadowboxing in the kitchen area?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was just a bit like, right, I've got to have a way to market myself. What can I do that no other amateur boxers or even pros are doing right now? And I thought, right, what have I got? I can post videos of me on the bag, on pads. I could post videos of me sparring and me dropping people, doing all but everyone is doing that. Like everybody posts videos of their training. Everyone who's boxing at the elite level can box. So I'm looking at all these videos, and a lot of the time they're not really getting the views that probably they somewhat deserve, just because people look at it and they think it's just a guy boxing. It's just a guy boxing. I was like, I've got to have, the only thing I have that's different to other people is me, like my personality. And I just thought, I'm just going to speak about boxing. I thought I can make relatable boxing content and I can build a following off the back of that. And then people care about what I'm doing. I've got to make, I always feel like with social media, whenever people ever come up to me like, and they'll be like, oh, I want to start socials, like, what would you say to that? I always say like, you've just got to have an opinion. You've got to make people feel something one way or another. So like, I won't sit on the fence with my opinions. Sometimes I won't lie, like I go a bit extreme and I say things like, say I just agree with something, I'll be like, oh, if you don't do it this way, you're a fucking donut, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? But that's just because I know then people get annoyed and then they react and then it's just sort of built up over a while. Yeah. And I just thought, if I can sell my personality, then when eventually I go to start posting my videos on boxing, which now I'm slowly more integrating into my content, like videos of me sparring or on the bag or pads, because people know me, they're more likely to watch it, share it, and actually be invested in my career as a whole. It's like I have people messaging me all the time being like, oh, when you turn pro, I can't wait to come watch it. I can't wait to buy a ticket. And I'm like, that's really the whole reason I did it in the first place, was to sell tickets, because it's all well and good me selling them to people in my hometown. But if I've got a stretch, then I can get signed with the bigger promoters. All that sort of stuff was sort of the idea behind it.
And that's good to hear, because we've had a couple of episodes where we're talking about the struggle or the hardship of selling tickets, but no one actually thinks about what you're doing. Right? What can I do? Like, what can I do differently to build that profile? So I think it's commendable that you're doing that. But why do you think there's so many people that are not?
It's the fear of judgment. That's what it is. It's because people aren't doing it. It's like I was doing it. I've been doing it in my car simply just because I have my break at work. I have half an hour on my break, and I just thought, I've got half an hour. I'm sitting there scrolling TikTok anyway. I was like, I may as well sit there, record a TikTok, and actually produce content rather than being a consumer. And then that way, it's like, for me, that was the one thing holding me back. I've been saying to my friends, like, for years, like, I remember the year before I started doing my content, I said to my friends, I was like, I'm going to have to start posting at some point, because I feel like in this day and age, it's such a big part of selling fights, and being marketable is almost more important than being a good boxer, which is crazy. But it just is. If you're not a marketable person and people don't want to watch you fight, nobody cares. There's so many fighters that are like unbelievable. I love boxing. Like I know about all the little like champions that people like. For example, one of my favorite fighters is Johnny Beck.
Okay,
in middleweight. Nobody knows this guy. He is unbelievable.
I think he's unbelievable, but he looks easy from the outside. And when the fighters actually get in there, it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, and he knocks, when he knocks these people out, I'm like, I would not want to be on the end of that.
But he's like, got there's nothing else to him, is there?
Yeah, it's like, there's so many fighters. And even like in the UK, it's like, if you're not getting pushed by Matchroom, Queensbury, nobody knows who you are. Like, there's so many amateurs that I've been in the ring with. Like I've sparred with some of like the best amateurs in England. I've fought some of the best amateurs in England. And like, I think to myself, like, oh my God, if you were doing like the content like I'm doing, or you were doing it not even like I'm doing, but just in general, doing your own content, you'd be a huge name. Like, people would be fighting to sign you. And it's like,
the only person I've seen within the amateur setup is it Freddie Pullen?
Fred Pullen, yeah, exactly. But people know him as well now because of his socials and him doing that as well, which is great.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've never really properly spoke to Fred. Like, I've spoken DMs a couple of times, all that on TikTok.
Yeah.
But it's like that is, for me, I'm like, yeah, everyone needs to be doing it. It almost needs to be taught in gyms. Yeah. Because it's such a big part of it now.
Yeah.
But
what do you say to those boxers that say things like, I just want to box? I just want to box. I don't care about all that. What's your message to those?
If you just want to box, you're gonna have to sell tickets. You're gonna have to sell tickets if you want a career in boxing. If you want to be an elite level boxer, it's hard to do that whilst you are working a full-time job. Like, I know full well, like, I train like I'm a pro now. I train twice a day, and I'm working, not anymore working full-time, but at one point I was working 40 hours a week, training in the morning, going to work, working a 7, 8, 9 hour shift, then going straight from there to the gym again, back home at like, get in at like 10, and then you just bed. The next day you're doing it again. But if you're not getting that recovery in between, you're not taking that time in between that to focus on your training, learning, watching tape, all that sort of stuff, it makes such a big difference in making you a better boxer.
But would you agree what you're doing initially is the first port of call?
Yes.
You have to do that, right?
Yeah.
Because I think some people want to skip that hardship of training twice a day, working a full-time job. So just explain that, because we're here to joke and have a fun, but you're saying some really important stuff that I think a lot of these kids are just missing.
Yeah.
They think, oh, I'll just get a sponsor. Yeah. I'll train twice a day. I won't work. And I think what you just said there, unfortunately, life is you do that, go bed, and you repeat it.
Yeah. I mean, I used to, for ages, like when I was like, it's like I've been working at Greg's like just over a year. But before that, I was working at Morrison's. And I used to work 2 till 10. So I used to get up, like I train. Since I left high school, I've been like, I spoke to my coaches like Dave and Mike at Jennings. Like for me, they're the best coaches in the country. Like they're unbelievable. What they do with some of their fighters and what they continue to do with fighters is amazing. And like, especially like you look at Mike Jennings, like what he's achieved as a pro, who he's been in the ring with, like sharing the ring with Cotto, Kelbrook, all these top fighters. Like he is so educated on boxing that it's just a great gym to be around. But wow, sorry, I got sidetracked then. But I was just giving a shout out to Mike. Shout out Mike. Shout out Mike. Shout out Dave. Everyone at the gym. But yeah, so sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, so I was working at Morrison's, and I was working like I'd go in, I'd train in the morning with the pros, do the session, and like what people fail to understand is like doing that one session for like your average person, that would write you off for a week. Like these sessions are hard. Do these sessions, and then I go back, breakfast, work.
What's the hours of the session? What are we doing?
Well, it depends really. It's like, so if we say we go in at like 9, 10, like depending on what we're doing, it might be an hour, it might be 2 hours, depends how long we're doing it. And then I go straight home, shower, breakfast to work. Then I'm working an 8-hour shift, albeit it's not like the most physical job in the world, but you're working
need to
regardless.
Be there, your attention. Yeah.
And then I'd finish work, and there was a gym next to my work. So I'd finish that, I'd go straight to the gym, and then I'm doing my cardio. I'm either doing like rowing intervals or assault bike or on the treadmill running, or I'd go home and I'm running at like 11 o'clock at night, get back in, you're absolutely shattered.
I'm telling you now, and I'm going to say it. And anyone that is watching this or listening to this podcast, feel free to come back on the socials and give your point. But kids, I'm not calling you a kid, but kids are not doing this. I'm telling you this now. They don't have that appetite that you're displaying now. I want you to try and take a second if you need to, display an answer that these kids need to hear. Because when you're not working, you've got no excuse to be at the gym twice a day.
No excuse.
So what would you say to them? Because I can say it till I'm blue in the face. Yeah. But you are doing it. You're living it.
Yeah.
And I feel like in this area where we are, there's a lot of kids that have everything. Yeah. So getting them to the gym once a day is hard. Why do you do it? Apart from the drive, what's the message you want to give?
Do you know what it is? It's just no one's going to do it for you. And for me, it was always just a case of like the first boxing gym I went in. I'm not going to name names because I'm about to chat a lot of shit about this boxing gym. The first gym that I ever went to was just like the gym closest to me. Yeah. I went in, and these guys, as someone who'd never been in boxing, I didn't know what a boxing gym was like. Yeah. That's not how you should be coaching people. But regardless, I was there. They said they'd get me a fight. Oh, now it's fallen through. You could say you got a fight. Oh, now it's fallen through. And like, as someone who's really wanting to work hard, like I was working hard. I was coming to the gym every session. And I basically got told that in one way or another, I'm not going to say exactly what they said to me because I think it's highly inappropriate what they actually said. And saying that to kids is crazy. But like, he basically told me that because I was a posh boy in one way or another, that I didn't have the fight and the drive to be a fighter. And I was just like, right, so I'm a move. So I moved gyms. And from the moment I stepped into the gym I'm in now, they've given me every bit of credit that I've deserved. And they acknowledge the fact that I put in the hard work. And it doesn't matter whether I'm a posh boy or not. At the end of the day, if I'm here to fight and I get in the ring and I train twice a day and I come in and I work hard and I'm sparring and I'm proving I can fight, then there's no reason why I can't do that. But for me, it was more a case of, if you want to be the best at something, you've got to do what people aren't willing to do. You can't sit there and feel sorry for yourself after a loss if you're there thinking, I've not put everything into it. And what people don't realize is that they sit there and they think they're putting everything into it, and they make excuses for why they couldn't do this. Oh, I was doing this, I was doing that. No, that's a choice. You chose to do that instead of going to the gym that day. You didn't have to go to that birthday party, or you didn't have to go and spend that time with your friends. It's like you have to sacrifice these things in order to get better. And it's like, don't get me wrong, there is, to an extent, there's a balance. But if you want to be the best at something and you actually want to succeed in what you want to do, you've got to commit the time to it. And I think if you're not serious about something like that, my attitude's always been, you either do something properly or don't bother. Like, if I'm not going to go for something all out, I'm not even going to bother doing it in the first place.
So on this posh boy thing you said, which I think is important, because on my previous guest, one of my previous guests today, we spoke about it, is the grit from certain parts of the community. And in this area where we are, you know, there's a lot of reasons why, or there's a lot of choices and reasons why, you know, the people that are saying they want to box and want to compete don't do certain things. And like I said, I'm not going to change my statement, is that I'm trying to prove that wrong. But I'm trying to make that right, but I keep getting proved wrong. In the terms of, I can't make the gym today. I'm like, why is that? Whatever. The parent will come up with an excuse. And when you go to certain parts of the world and all they have is boxing, they're going to the gym.
Of course.
They're making it to the gym. So from someone that has been labelled a posh boy, it's obviously turned out on its head. What is your understanding of why you think kids, I mean, one of the things we spoke about in the previous episode was that kids are given too much of a choice. As in, like, if you don't want to go today, it's all right, just chill. And then when you got that parent that's like, no, you're going, they're told like, oh, you don't let kids be kids and you're too harsh on them. What's your take on it?
I feel, to an extent, you either have that or you don't. And I get to a fact that, like, some people who, maybe boxing is all they have. Like, they would never did too well in school, or like they just never went down, the academic route was never really an option for them, and all they had was boxing. I've been boxing since I was 4, 5, 6 years old, and that's been my life. I get it. That's your life. That's all you've grown up doing. You're going to have that much easier than, for example, you could say someone like me who I could have gone to uni and done everything gone that way if I wanted to. All my friends did. But I said, no, like, that's not what I want to do. I just think it's a tough one, really, because it's easy to say, because I'm
not agreeing with what that coach said to you. But it feels like me and some of the other coaches see that 3-4 months down the line, when we've tried to help this person, we've tried to give them and they've got all these excuses.
And I have no doubt that that's the case. Like, I actually don't. Like, I can see it. Like, at the end of the day, some people go into a party with their friends or going and doing that. That's more appealing than getting punched in the face or going running in the rain when it's like 11 p.m. at night. And you don't have to do that. But I think you really have to take a look in the mirror and say, is this what I want to do? Like, is that really what you want to do? And if you really, really want to be a boxer, you've got to live like a boxer, and you've got to train like a boxer. You've got to train like a boxer. You can't expect things to just fall into place for you. You can't expect, like, if you're missing a session, somebody's getting better than you. And the whole time, the way I thought about it, was like, can I be training now? Like, if I've got a fight, what can I do to win this fight? And if I can't honestly stand there on fight day and think, I've put everything I've had into the last however many weeks it's been of training, I can't feel sorry for myself if I lose. And that is one of those things it's a mindset. Some people, like you say, if you have just grown up and all you know is boxing, all you can do is box, and that's your only ever route, and you've grown up like that, you're going to have that much easier than somebody who doesn't. But
so what do you say to the 11 or 12-year-old that just starts boxing and is already finding excuses? Because my thing is, you're behind. If you get into boxing at 11 and 12 and you're not doing, even if you're doing exactly what that person at 6 is doing now, you're still behind. So as a coach, which you can appreciate now, you're a bit older. Of course. We had our previous guest, we were speaking about when you should, he used the term killing someone's dream. I didn't really label it like that. But the honesty to say, listen, if you don't really want to do these little things, I think you should
pack it in.
But there are some kids, like you say, think they're doing enough.
Yeah, they think they're doing enough.
And when you tell them to do something, like the session you spoke about,
Yeah.
some people go like, can't do that.
Yeah.
That's you're gonna burn him out.
Yeah, and my mum and dad, I know they're gonna watch this. They've said that to me so many times, like, "Oh, Ben, you're doing too much." Like,
what do you say to that? I know they're mum and dad, but what do you say to that?
I just say, "Mum, my opponent's running now." That's what I said. So I'll come in from work after that shift. I'm like, "Oh, Mum, I'm fucking shattered." And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's been a long day, I bet." Yeah. I'm like, "Right, okay," putting my shoes on to go for a run. She's like, "Ben, what are you doing? You're gonna burn yourself out." I'm like, "Yeah, but if I'm not running now, my opponent's out there running. And if my opponent's running, he's getting better than me. So what's my option?" I was like, "I'll rest on my rest day. I have a day a week that is dedicated to rest. So that's the day I'm going to rest." And there's other things you can do. It's like, if you
I think people think you're just always whacking a bag and going at foot. There's always something else, whether it's reflexology, whether it's just doing your abs, whether it's a long stretch, a run and then a skip. I don't think people just think, "Oh, you're going to get punched in the head again for like 6, 12 rounds, whatever it is."
It's not that. There's so much that goes into boxing that's like people who aren't in the sport don't realize. It's like your cardio and that side of things is arguably more in some fights. It can be more important than your ability. If you get like 3-4 rounds into a fight, and I remember that was the main turning point for me after my first fight. So I was running and stuff, but like I was like 15. I had my first fight when I was 15, just about to turn 16. And I remember coming out of that fight and being fucked. I come back to my stool after the third round, and I was like, I could barely stand up. I was thinking, oh my God, like I've never been so tired. And after that, I was like, right, I can never allow that to happen again. Yeah. And it's like, you've got to learn from each fight. You've got to be watching old fights, studying people, trying to understand how to get better. You've got to like your recovery as well. I've also gone the other way. I've overtrained before. And that's a real thing. But there's a fine line between overtraining and thinking and training hard. And some people, like you say, they'll think, "Oh, I'll make the excuse, oh, I've done too much today. I've done this, so I'm going to have a rest." No, mate, you're just being a pussy. All right? You go for that run. I'm telling you, when you're overtraining, you will know you're overtraining. And I've had fights where, like, I had one especially I can remember. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking a lot here.
No, you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like I'm like waffling.
No, it's good. It's good.
But like, I remember one fight I turned up and like I'd been training like a madman for this fight, like constantly in the gym. I've been sparring, so I was running more than I'd ever run. Sprints. I just brought sprints into my game. So like I always say when amateurs tell me to gas out quick, I'm like, intervals are so important. And I didn't realize that until I was like 5 fights in. But like, I just got these and I got in the ring. And it was a lot of bots before, actually. I'd just beat him about 3 weeks before and comfortably as well. So I thought, mate, I'm with style to this win. Yeah. I went into that fight, and after the first 30 seconds, I was blowing. Like, I've never felt like that in my life. I was running on empty from the first 30 seconds. And I did win the fight just on... I was just thinking, I can't lose this. But I came back to my corner, and like, Mike was doing my corner, and he was like, because we'd spoke before the fight, and he'd said to me, "Stick it on this lad today, man. Like, stick it on him. You'll stop him." I thought, yeah, no worries, because I thought, yeah, I definitely can stop him, because like I say, I boxed him 3 weeks before, boxed his head off, and I was a little bit poorly for that fight as well. So I was coming in fit, stronger. Like I say, I was so fit for this fight. He was like, "Stick it on him. You'll stop him." I thought, yeah, no worries. Happy days. I got into the fight, 30 seconds in, like I said, I was blowing. So I'm like, now I'm trying to box because I'm not trying to like get in a scrap as I'm blowing. And then he come back to corner, he went, "Ben, what the fuck are you doing?" And I went, "Mike, I'll be so real. I'm fucked." And he just looked at me and he just went, "Never ever fucking tell me you're tired in the corner ever again." And I just thought, yeah, fair enough. I've got to do 2 more rounds now. I went out. Like I say, I won it, but bloody hell, it's like, but like I was saying, that was overtraining, wasn't it? Like, there's a fine line, and you've got to push yourself if you want to get better at the end of the day, 100%. For sure.
So, boxing amateurs very well schooled by the sounds of things. Elite amateur doing 3 frees now, hoping to still go pro.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Within the next year, or are we taking our time?
Yeah.
Taking up,
no, I'm not.
That's basically. I'm gonna hold that for I'm holding that for Misfits, and if they don't pull their finger out, then I'll just do my own transition from amateurs to pros. It's okay. It's a safe space here. It's a safe space.
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of the best way I can word it. Let's just say like I'm kind of feeling like my amateur days have drawn to a close.
Okay.
But like in terms of when I'm gonna be fighting pro or like my debut and all that sort of stuff, I'm sort of like I'm staying all elusive.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be all.
Don't rush it though. I haven't got to rush it.
No,
have you?
of course
No,
not. Of
definitely
course not.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's boxing. So Ben, the TikToker.
Yes. Ben Hopkins. Boxing on TikTok, by the way.
What do you stand for? What does your TikTok stand for? If you could sum it up, what does it stand for?
Good vibes, man. It just stands for good vibes. Like I just think it's the whole thing I'm trying to do is have like I get messages every day from people saying, "Oh, like watch your vids," and I'd never boxed before, and I've just gone to my first boxing session, and I just feel like it's almost just trying to. I love the fact that it's inspiring kids to get into boxing. It's almost just trying to be like my side of it was I always wanted to just try and get personality across in boxing because I feel like you go on, you see people in interviews and all these, but they always get asked the same questions. They seem like robots a lot of the time. It's like I just wanted to put a bit of personality into the sport a little bit, and like
you say robots, and I want to cut in there because obviously I've got a fighter who's a pro, and I've been on their media days and stuff, and I can't lie. When you're making weight,
yes, oh yeah, of course,
and you're getting asked the same thing,
oh yeah, exactly, that's what I mean though.
From 8 people, it's like I think your personality just says I'm gonna just piss off for the next 2 hours because it's like, how would you change that?
I just think
if and when you get to that level where you're like, right, Ben, you're fighting on Saturday. We're in Ipswich for the whole week of fight camp. We're gonna have this, and this person all want to talk to you. Especially, let's have it right. If you keep going the way you're going, they're gonna want to talk to you because they know you've got a personality. But that personality, when you're making weight, just suddenly starts to.
Oh, of course, yeah, I've been there.
And then they got a different Ben speaking to them. It's not the Ben they see on TikTok. It's like they're like, this is the making weight Ben. So answer questions, and I'll be moving on.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's like obviously they've got to ask those questions. They've got to ask some of those questions, but I feel like it's all right if you're getting asked those questions and you're making weight and you can't be asked. And you're answering them. There's some of those questions you can only answer them in one way, but that's the problem. It's the problem's not the fighter. It's the people who are asking the questions.
Yeah.
Like, God, nobody wants to hear. Oh, we'll see on Saturday night. Fuck me. The amount of times I sit there and I think, oh my God, bro, not the same thing again. But that's not on the fighter. That's on the person asking the question. And I just think it's what you do in between that in terms of like getting that personality across. It's like what you're doing on your socials or what you're doing when you do get somebody who's interviewing you. And like, for example, like we're here today on a podcast, you get your personality across on that. And it's just, it's a funny one, really. I just think the reporters and the people who are asking these questions, they just need to actually think like, you're not giving these fighters a chance to show personality because you're just asking them the same thing. Oh, what round do you think you're going to win in? Or what? How's your weight cut been? How's training camp going? Like these been asking the same questions for years and years and years. And I'll be so real, unless it's like somebody who I know is like a entertainer. I don't watch those press conferences anymore because I just think I think
they've tried to do the whole like put these boxes in order and I think that's them trying. But yeah, the sort of fight week pressers and it seems very like, okay, well, they're obviously going to say they're going to try and win, right? I mean, you're not going to.
Yes, obviously, I'm going to say you're going to think you're going to lose.
So, yeah, but hopefully when you get there, you give them a bit of a pep talk and say, listen, guys, when you interview me, I need questions about all of these things. And then
like, ask me what my favourite sandwich is, bro. Like, ask me anything. Just stop asking me these.
What is your favourite sandwich?
Oh, I'm a sandwich enthusiast.
Is that because you've been at Greg's? Or?
Oh, no, not. Oh, yeah, I know they do some good ones there, though. You know, they actually do. Oh, my favourite one. Yeah, I love anything spicy. Like a spicy chicken sandwich, like red onions. You know, I used to hate cheese as well. I know it's a crime. That is borderline a crime.
I don't know if it's a crime. I don't know if is it a crime?
People have been locked up for less.
What, to hate cheese?
I feel like people have been locked up for a lot less. I'm just there like, but like a spicy chicken sandwich, like lettuce, onions, just any sort of meat on a sandwich. Oh, wow.
How do you, I know I'm butting in here, but how do you, when you were doing the amateur and also training all the time,
Yeah.
because you've never done it very long, in terms of your eating, how does that work, especially at Greg, working at
Oh,
Greg's?
bro.
How was your diet when you're constantly fighting that often?
Mate. Working in Greg's on a weight cut.
No, let me cut in there though. Like, I'm very, very passionate about this next part.
Yeah. I feel like I know where you're going to go with this.
What?
Are you going to say amateurs are trying to cut too much weight?
No. You cut what you want to cut. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to be as big as you can, the lowest weight and all that crap that they say. But why do boxers have such a fucking issue with food?
Do you know what it is? It's because when you're cutting, you have you've not eaten and you're like,
You're choosing this. Boxing is a weight managing
Yes.
sport, regardless.
yes.
So I don't know if it's just two people on your shoulder. Like,
Yeah.
come on, Ben, elites next week. Go on, Ben, fuck it. Have it. Have a slice. Have a slice.
Yes.
Are you battling with that? Would you say?
When I've got a fight coming up, nah.
And where's your cutoff? Because obviously,
Yeah.
amateurs, you can get a call, get a call anytime, right?
Well, do you know what it was? Yeah, I was in a weird spot in the amateurs. So when I first started boxing, I was boxing at 63.5 kilos. And I was big at that weight. But like at first when I was like 15, 16, happy days. Like I could make it. It was tough, but I could make it. But then as I started getting older, like I was walking around at like 70, 71 kilos. And my problem is, I'm vertically challenged. I'm a small man. Like I'm not very big. And I'm boxing when I'm trying to cut but I'm quite like, I feel like I wear baggy ass clothes, so you can't really tell yet, but I promise you, I'm built under this, I promise you. Yeah. If I took this shirt off, everyone gets scared, right? But no, so like, I was in a weird spot as I got older where I was sort of in between 67 and 63. If I boxed at 67, I'm boxing giants, but I couldn't make the 63 category for a same day weigh-in anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, me personally, I always try and eat well. Like, I don't eat, don't get me wrong, like, I indulge every now and again. I like I'm a brownie man. I like brownies, cookies, pizza especially.
Okay, stop there again. I don't know. Pete, what do you deprive yourself from? Because every box is like pizza. Pizza.
Oh,
if I can have their go-to straight up pizza.
Yeah, Domino's. Get me there straight from the fight.
Are we saying Domino's or are we saying pizza or Papa John's? What are we saying?
Oh, you can't have Domino's. Nah, I can't go Pizza Hut. Out of choice, man. Pizza Hut out of choice is crazy. Papa John's, yeah, maybe. But nah, Domino's pizza. Oh my God.
I just can't get my head around the obsession of it with boxers. Like they say that's the highest thing that comes up of like a food to have, like that they cut out in camp, and it's one of the first.
It's because it's so high calorie though, isn't it? It's because you can't eat it in camp. Like you can't. Like you have one slice of pizza and you're like 5,000 kilos overweight. And I'm like, I remember one time I was cutting weight for a fight, and like everyone was having pizza at this party, and I thought, you know what, like I'm on weight. I'm a bit under. I can have a couple slices. I had 2 slices of pizza. I woke up the next day. I don't know what they put in that pizza. Yeah, I was fucking stressing. I was like, oh my God, like I put on like I don't even know how much. I genuinely can't remember, but I was scared. I woke up the next day. I was running. I was like sweaty on and everything. Made weight, so it was fine. But pizza's so good. But I just think it's because you starve yourself for so long. After you've cut all your weight, you're like, yes, let me have that pizza. Let me have that.
And what's your go-to pizza?
Mighty Meaty from Domino's. Mighty Meaty. Oh my God. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm thinking after this. I'm like, you actually got me thinking now, yeah, because like I've driven up here. I had my breakfast this morning. I've not eaten since. So I'm getting a bit peckish. I'm like,
We're just doing his TikTok. Of why I didn't make weight.
yeah. Honestly, yeah, that pizza sounds nice. I love a pizza.
And what about your go-to dessert?
I'm weird with desserts. Like bad. Now, like you right. So not liking cheese, that's one. Okay. Although on pizza, I can allow it. I like cheese. This is gonna break people's hearts. Okay. I don't like ice cream. Okay.
That's okay. I find ice cream nowadays quite very artificial. So yeah.
This is why I managed to stay on good weight and good shape all year. I don't like ice cream. I don't like caramel. I don't like cream. I don't like milk. I don't like.
What dessert are you having then?
Brownies and cookies. I've told brownies and cookies. That's all I eat.
So no custard.
Nah, I don't like custard.
Just don't like it.
No, like I genuinely, if I eat too much, it will make me be sick. Like I start heaving. I don't like it. Like if I put caramel in my mouth, I'd start like gagging.
Really?
I don't know what it is. And I used to be big on chocolate, but I like chocolate. Don't get me wrong, but like
I went to Humble Crumble yesterday.
ooh, what'd you get?
Classic apple crumble and custard. It
Apple
was
crumble. But see,
unreal.
I wouldn't like an apple crumble. Like
Why?
that sort of stuff, like pastries and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan. Nah.
He hasn't been. He clearly hasn't been. Because if you, Ben, if you go there, I swear to God, just have a bit.
Oh really?
It would change your whole outlook on
People
on
have
dessert.
tried. People have tried to convert.
So
me.
no
It's like,
cheesecake then.
nah, jam. Don't like jam as well. That's another one. Don't like jam. So like, you give me a cake with jam, and I won't eat it.
So no Victoria sponge.
Nah, don't like it. This is what I mean. I'm weird with when it comes to desserts. I stay in good
Okay,
shape. simply 'cause I don't like it.
outside of brownies and cookies, what other dessert you having?
I don't really like. I like biscuits. I like.
What biscuits?
Oh. See, I'm a simple man. I like a chocolate digestive. But I also like they're called pickups. Have you ever had a pickup?
Nah.
Oh,
Pick
he's
up.
searching the
Everyone's-
pickup. The
Searching
pickup.
pick up.
Right, it's like two like just standard biscuits, and then it's like a chocolate sandwich. Oh my god, it's so good.
It's the way you're describing it.
Oh mate, yes.
Oh, I've seen,
yes.
they don't do them down here, do they? Yeah.
They're so good.
I
So good.
accidentally picked up a packet of raspberry covered digestive biscuits. Crazy.
They're good, but again, that
Crazy.
raspberry covered will put me off. I wouldn't eat it.
I wonder if you were blindfolded and bit into it if you'd know.
Oh my god! Right now, this is gonna sound like child abuse, yeah, but you know, my mum tried this with me, right? So I swear down when I was little because I wouldn't eat any of this shit. My mum was like, "Right, nah, you're gonna like it." She was like, "Right, we're gonna put me." She sat me in a chair. I was gonna say she tied me up. I don't think she tied me up. I don't think she did. She defo blindfolded me anyway. Yeah. And she was like, "Right, we're just gonna like blindfold you and you can try this." And she gave me ice cream, but it was like pancakes and ice cream. So it was like ice cream wrapped in a pancake or like some, I don't even know what it was. Yeah, bro. Oh my God. It doesn't matter how I try and eat it. And it's like, you know, people give you stuff and like, so like my mate will be like, "Oh, do you want one of these?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." And I go to bite into it. If it's got caramel in it, like instantly it's like, I know there's caramel in it. And it starts
You
making
don't
me
get
heat.
no allergic reaction, stuff
Nah.
like that. It's just, you just don't like it.
So my body's just like, no, you cannot eat this.
You've
So
probably got a game changer in not liking desserts.
Yes,
To be honest
it
with you.
really is.
Like for you to make the weight and
Yes, great.
not worry about X, Y, and Z. So that's,
It's happy days, really.
if you're on brownies and cookies,
Oh,
and yeah, you're there. So that's the food, that's the making weight, the boxing, the TikTok. What else do we need to know about you that you've probably not been able to get across
on my TikTok.
in your half-hour breaks to do your videos? Are they stuff that you get ready and scripted, or do you just go with the flow when you go in there?
I will just lock myself in my car and sit in silence until I think of something.
Okay.
That was my game plan at first. But then eventually, like now on my notes app, like I have hundreds, like probably hundreds. I just like different
Skits.
little stuff that I'm just like. I always just think if something like really minor happens in the box, you know, it could be something so stupid like someone needed to tie the lace.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's a skit. 100%. The guy who makes his laces just loose enough so that when he's tired, he can go and tie him.
And because you're obviously in that world now,
Yeah.
did you cross over to MMA? I saw one of your videos when
Ooh.
you're bouncing to and someone starts lifting their leg up, and I saw that one. That was a good
Yeah.
one. Would you ever cross over and give that a go?
Do you know what? Yeah, in a couple of weeks, I'm doing a collab with this guy called Christian. And he's an MMA fighter. He does TikToks as well. And we're gonna do like, because you know what it is, I've always wanted to give it a go, but the idea of getting a shin bounced across my head or choked out or my arm broken doesn't really appeal to me. So I'd love to give it a go just to see.
Bare knuckle?
No,
Not interested.
not even remotely. No chance. Don't get me wrong, I'll watch it. It's entertaining.
Any thoughts on the James DeGale fight happening?
Um.
You have an opinion on it?
I don't know really. I feel like with these bare knuckle fighters, it's just I don't know how to describe it really. It's like I don't get me wrong, it's great to watch, it's entertaining, but it's dangerous. Like 9 times out of 10, you break your hands when you do it. Like the cuts and like the damage. It's the damage that it does with bare knuckle compared to
It's
gloves.
so mad you
crazy.
say that because the general consensus is that it's actually a safer sport than boxing.
Yes, I probably agree in terms of brain damage, but in terms of like
When you're knocked out in bare knuckle, you're knocked out, right? You're
yeah,
not
of
like
course.
down, up 8 seconds, and you're getting more.
or like getting
pounding.
jabbed a million times.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it's the damage it does to your face. Like you're probably breaking bones and cuts and everything like that. Yeah, I just think I couldn't do it, me.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Like I'm not built for that. No chance. I wouldn't. No.
Okay.
Even at the end of my career, there's no chance you'd get me in there.
Okay, so we've established that you are building your profile, which
Yes.
we are going to be following closely here at Square Circle Podcast because you are entertaining. We've got you at the ending part of your amateur career,
Yes.
and we're in that
Phase.
phase of what comes, what doesn't, and you are definitely going to continue eating pizza, not eating cheese, and not touching jam.
Not touching that.
Is there anything else you want to discuss? Because I feel like you boxers like yourself, who I definitely have a lot of support for because you're trying something different. Like you said, everyone can fight.
Yes.
Any message you want to get out there, here's your chance.
Yeah, I'd just say if you're thinking about becoming a professional boxer or you want to be any sort of athlete, I just feel like it's part of the game now. You've just got to sort of swallow that pride and just say, yeah, you're going to have your friends take the piss out of you. You're going to, because like I know I did when I first started, like people from high school, people from just the local area, people are going to judge you, people are going to take the piss out of you for it. And it's going to be cringe until it's not. And I think that's the same with everything. It's really cringe. It's really takes the piss. Everybody's going to joke about it until it starts going well. And I swear down, I promise you from my own experiences, you'll have those same people coming up to you and telling you you're smashing it when it's going well. And then you can give them a nice little, see you later, man. One of them ones.
Definitely, that's a great message. I think it is just do what you want to do and do it to the best of your ability.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is really important.
Definitely.
So there you have it. That's episode 6. Very, very interesting. We hope to see you in the boxing circuit in any way, shape or form. We know that we can't always stream and see the halls, the churches.
Yeah.
But we hope to see you on some form of platform with that personality shining through.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.